Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Down and Dirty. And today I'm very excited to have with me Sapna Khurana. She's got 14 years of experience in HR management and is currently the head of HR at Exotic India. I checked out the website. I think I'm going to go after this call and actually buy something from there because I like a lot of the merchandise.
Should.
on Exotic India. So very excited to have you. And I've checked out your activity on LinkedIn, and I'm so impressed by you talking about more and more about digital HR and using AI in HR. And you seem to be a really big advocate for moving HR in the direction of embracing new technology, like AI, and specifically today we're going to talk about ChatGPT. So Sapna, welcome to this episode. Welcome to the show, and please introduce yourself.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for this lovely introduction. So maybe I could not tell more of myself like this in a polished way, which you have did actually. So yes, as far as Exotic India is concerned, that the website is so good that we have embraced the website with the Indian heritage, as our vision is to promote the heritage of India globally. So that's why, because it has an Indian culture in it, so therefore the website is that beautiful.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, if you are asking me about my candidature, my experiences. So I have started my journey with the in healthcare industry into human resource management basically. So in healthcare we have a different setup, different kind of people who are actually into where you need to have a more care nature rather than being an analytic behavior. You need to have a behavior outburst more than to have a transformation thing. So I have started my journey with the healthcare where I got to know how to do, means very initial phases I got to know that how to do a well-being in the human resource. And post to that, I carried forward my career in hospitality industry, then into development industry, then into manufacturing industries as well. Now currently I'm into e-commerce, and we have started our journey in retail as well, as we have opened our store in Kirti Nagar. It is one of the kind store for you can say sculptures and home and living items for people who are fond of Indian heritage basically. So we moved to our retail junction, and it is our flagship store. So this is how my journey goes, and starting with the HR journalist profile, getting into business partnership role of HR, and then evolving myself to acquisition part, getting into people and culture frame, that how to engage people, how to manage the talent after getting the acquisition one. Then right now I am in a position that I took care of analytics parts as well, and taking care of all the beneficial part as well. So yes, the topic which we will discuss in this interview more into, which will be in the analytics one and informational one, which actually ChatGPT scores the best. So ChatGPT is nothing about, no, means nothing about any analytic form or anything. It is just an AI support tool. When we have started actually, this ChatGPT comes in 2021, later 2021. So people are not much aware of that what is ChatGPT, and maybe it is something which we could not afford or something like. Or in 2022, when it comes and when it spread all over after a second wave of pandemic, so it shows an impact that it will take our jobs. So again, it was also a myth that it will take our jobs. It will not take our jobs, but it will make our job easier. So by working hand in hand with ChatGPT, by getting full support from your virtual assistant, actually in many company, I would say that those company who don't give you enough manpower bandwidth, in human resource department, they wanted to do an individual contributor role. Actually, you are getting an assistant for you, and virtual assistant, do whatever you want him to do. Actually, him or I don't know how
That is
to.
fascinating. Yeah.
So
So, okay, I wanna dive into ChatGPT, but before that, I want you to tell our viewers and our listeners what is a day in the life of Sapna Khurana as head HR at Exotic India. So, when you wake up in the morning till the time you go to work and you come back, what is your work day, look like?
So my routine life, you wanted to know,
Yes,
correct?
yes, a day in
So
your life.
yeah, so I am a family person. So my day
Okay.
started with my kid. Okay, nourishing him, getting him to school. This
How
is
old is
how
he?
I wake up. So he is 7 years old.
Okay, okay.
Uh, so he is in class third. So basically, my morning goes up to a 15 minutes of my body workout, which includes meditation or yoga only. I'm not that much that I could take 1 hour or something. It's a 15 minutes of that time frame which I take for myself, for my body. And after 15 minutes, I need to rush to take care of my household helping hands, and I need to take care of my baby to get him, you know,
Good.
in school for time. Then yes, I need to rush to my office or do something which is constructive during travel. Travel is a time actually when
Hmm.
I go to my office. In between that time, when you rush from your home, that is a time which is actually my time, I would
Hmm.
say. Okay,
Okay.
so nobody can disturb me during that time. I can learn as much as I can, hear music as much as I can read. That is my time. So my baby cannot disturb me. My husband cannot disturb me. My boss cannot disturb me at that time while I'm
Yes.
traveling. So when I've been in home and at the office, so duty means normal office work I need to conduct. Then way back, travel back to my home, then again, there is a learning period at 7:30 to 8:30 or 9. It's my, I would say, a LinkedIn time, you can say. So
Okay. Okay.
right now it is a LinkedIn time. Sometimes it is Coursera, sometimes it is Upgrade, sometimes it is Udemy. It depends that which course actually I like at that time. Sometimes I switch to LinkedIn Learning. Right now, my space is into LinkedIn Learning right now. So that duration I kept for my learning actually. After 9, yes, it is again my baby hours and my sleeping hours, and then
Of
goes
course.
around
So
like that.
you are learning every single day. You're on a
Yes,
course. So when you say it was your LinkedIn time, it's LinkedIn learning time. It's not the LinkedIn platform. It's the learning module.
yes, yes.
Okay. And
It's not.
what are
uh,
some of the things? What are some of the things that you're into right now?
Currently in learning, you wanted to know?
Yes. Yes, in
In
learning.
learning. Yeah, so basically, I am into groups. Basically, I need to learn about the organizational development in different trends of HR right now. So, like we said that we had great resignations, we have mass layoff at that time. How to hold the hand and how to be with people. During this time, the retention rate is quite low in my company. So I address those issues and I get the courses of development and people and culture management, how to get it. And plus, we are having a new program of incentivizing the things, getting the target and incentivizing those portion where we could actually see the productivity of an employee through target oriented, through objective basis, basically. So I learn how to monitor it through LinkedIn Learning. I choose some courses on that, so that how would I monitor the SEO people, how would I monitor the, how the productivity versus the target completion can help me. So there are different set of programs which are there in learning. Just type the way you wanted to, they give you a list of the programs. So
Right.
I am into organization development right now.
Got
I
it.
am into employee people and culture management, so for the retention basically. So these small courses I picked which help me due to implement those things in my official, means in my company thing.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it. So right now, if I had to peek into your toolkit, your let's with or without ChatGPT, what are some tools, platforms, services, software that you are using in order to enable you to do these things? Monitor teams, incentivize people, keep track of how they're doing their well-being, or anything else, to track retention and contain layoffs. So how are you? What's right now? What are you using?
So basically, not as a software, I
Huh.
am using a trend-based things. Like if you have heard about iSkillBox, or
Okay.
if you have heard about the few of the EngageWith. EngageWith is a platform which give you a platform where you can engage with people virtually, with your people, during the R&R things, reward and recognition. You can have the virtual R&R with your people. So to have a good retainment, you need to boost these kind of small programs in your company, which I learned. So I am with EngageWith, and I am with iSkillBox. iSkillBox is actually who are dealing with learning and development. So in every department, you need to give a small setup of learning, because we don't have much time to give them, because they have to do their targets as well. So how to combine their working structure with the learning module, so that they will not get means they will not spend much time of their personal life. And obviously they need to complete their targets to get the good incentive. So they would not be very eager to have learning. They want their target to succeed because they will get incentive for it. So we have imbibed that those things from productivity to learning, so that they will be happy to learn as well while growing in the company. So these two platforms we are in right now. So let's see how it goes further. Yeah, it's experimenting all the time. It's not that I am stick for payroll and administration part, we are stick to one software. But for rest of all things, we are experimenting like startups.
Got it. Welcome back. This was a post call break, and it has to be taken. It's the middle of a workday, and I very much appreciate you doing this. So I want everyone to know that this is a big deal that you've taken time out. Okay, so just very quickly, we were talking about how you're big into experimenting at the company level. They're big into experimenting, which is great because there's so many new tools and software and platforms and solutions to solve all sorts of use cases. So you're kind of opening yourself up to that. So on that note, let's jump straight into ChatGPT, because that's really what I want us to get into today. Can we start by you telling me, when did you first hear about ChatGPT?
I heard in the early of 2022, basically.
Early of 2022. Okay, okay. And how did you come about it? Was it something you read? Was it something someone told you about?
It's about social media only. So basically on maybe LinkedIn, I have seen it. Then I have inquired to some of the HR professional during a conference that what is this all about and how it is taking up. Unfortunately, those people to whom I ask, they actually are very new to this. So they are also saying that we are also exploring. Let us see how it goes. So eventually, getting researching, getting talking to people, I got to know that how to make good use of it, and how to take care of the chatbots as well, how to integrate the systems. So yeah, eventually now I am used to of it, and we are getting a good help from ChatGPT. It's a great tool, great invention.
How often do you use it?
Regularly.
Regularly, like multiple times in the day, a few times a week, like what's
how
much?
Multiple times in a week.
Multiple times in a week. Got it. And what are some of the reasons why you use it? You mentioned it in the form of a virtual assistant. So now is where we can actually talk about that. What are the different ways in which ChatGPT has become your virtual assistant?
So the thing is that when during any human resource background, as I told you that right now I am an e-commerce company, and in any industry, if you enter, okay, you are new to those roles and those titles, okay, how they work, however, the basic programs run like that only in HR. If you have some programs like PF, ESI, compliances will go straightforward, same. But other policy is different in different setup, and different manpower require different kind of engagements, right? So because engagement is nothing to do with compliance, they can be company to company. So once I manage, I just see that what is the need of the manager here of some department, what is the need of a division's business in my business role. So I take help of ChatGPT for the research basis first. Okay, that what all, because rather being into researching on a search engine and getting so many things with you and map them according, I'll take help from ChatGPT to give me a straight away pointer, so that it will be giving me a straight away action to it, so that I will have. And if I need some more course during that means a course of actions I need to take. I keep on asking ChatGPT that I know if this would be the thing, then why this would not happen. Why means I'm just chatting with it with the GPT actually in a normal grounds, and they're helping me at quite good level. So another point is why I'm using it, that you cannot network to people every day. You have to perform your work as well. Okay. So every day you cannot have a lot of time in networking with people, or getting a chat on groups to ask them and wait for them that when they will answer you. So this is the best time that you will just have the basic crux, the basic base, first of all, from ChatGPT only. So research is the first point. The second is that every company has different set of norms. So if I tell ChatGPT that I require a policy of so and so, in which can be run in an e-commerce company, or if I say that I require a job description of this title in this setup, they will give me a full-fledged thing where I can, where I can just do my few addition spaces based on my company desire, and that's job done. So I need not to go on petty things, to take care of those things. I need to, I can take my time for more strategical, value added work on my company, in my
Got it.
company, bring into
Got it.
clarity.
So it is the equivalent to a certain extent of you speaking to a human being, because like you said, you don't have the time necessarily to wait for a response after you have maybe asked someone else for some suggestions. So that's where it takes on the role of a very informed colleague, let's say, someone at your level whose information you would trust, right? Like in the way that
and plus that person will not tell anyone that Sapna doesn't know about it.
yes, exactly. That's a good one.
That is also
Okay. So can you let's do a share screen and give us an example of these two things that you pointed out. One is just to do research on a topic. The other one is to set context, to get a script, let's say, that is very contextual to a space that you're working in. So let's go ahead and do a share screen.
Just show you my screen. So my ChatGPT is always open, as I told you. So like my previous 30 days, if you say, so what is a loan clearance thing? What is a degree that not guaranteed actually means, how I would had and some talent means I was looking after the psychometric test and the behavioral test, aptitude test things, that how should I get those tests, online tests. So I was wondering this all chat about, if you just see that comment on LinkedIn, I check means basically it's a free platform of like Test Gorilla. Like I was using Test Gorilla for pre-assessment, that how to take care of the talent acquisition. So I was looking for ChatGPT that tell me few more platform who are more reasonable, because an Indian one, so that I can take help of those assessments. So they give me a lot of things, Prof, Quizmaker, Google Form, Typeform, Survey Monkey. It doesn't help me because Survey Monkey is actually a survey platform. Google Form, we all know Google Form, because it's more into manual work for me actually. So I write Test Gorilla alternative. I need an alternative of something which is actually costlier to me, and I want a cheaper kind of an Indian one, which will fit in my budget. So they give me Codility, HackRank, eSkill, Criteria Corp. So I reach HackRank actually. So I visited this page, HackRank, that how they work. I visited few more as well, Metal as well, because they give me Metal and SHL afterwards, Mercel Metal, this one. So
because you prompted it something else. What is the prompt to get you the new set? Can you just scroll up a little bit? This one, only aptitude and logical
assessment. So here they were giving me a coding thing as well, the technical as well. So I was not looking at the technical thing. I was looking only aptitude and logical assessment. So they give me SHL, talent cube. So I preferred Mercel Metal because it's an Indian company, and I reached them. I get the code, and I run the demo, and I have taken the credits of them, and I am enjoying them actually right now. So this is how I work. So basically, if I talk about the other thing, like workshop. I need to conduct a workshop. Okay, it's a very simple thing. I need to do some amendments. I don't want to use much of my brain in,
Yeah.
just have some emails. So I
Right.
want ChatGPT to write an invitation on my behalf for people on HR workshop. So he gave me a simple thing, and I have just put it all my things, which is policy two policy, which I have internally. I've added
Yes.
it and I've done. I'm done with it actually. So this is whole. Recently, I have seen the merchandiser quality. I have a means requisition in my company. I need to hire a merchandiser for a textile division. So I need to know the major quality. I know merchandiser is a procurement person, but I need to deep dive on the quality of merchandiser so that at the time of interview, what all things I could put in the assessments as well as in competencies, and what all I can ask the person so that I will be pretty much sure that the person is suitable, good fit for my organization or not. So it gives me a few relative means a few relative points where I can see that these all points are where merchandiser qualities lies. Apart from the technical qualities, basically this much of experience or this much of education. Apart from that, I require these many of things which I can do. So this is how I am working in ChatGPT.
Got it.
And recently today, I have searched because I know that ChatGPT is working till 2021,
Yes.
at the data of 2021. So I was not aware. I said that let's ask ChatGPT only if it is, updated or not. So
Right.
I just HR trends 2023. So it gave me that it is till September 2021.
Excited.
So I got to know that it's not updated yet.
Not updated yet.
Why
That's
to
right.
ask
That's
the other? Why to ask the other engine whether you're updated? So therefore, I asked ChatGPT only. So give me an update.
exactly.
So this is
Exactly.
how
And this
I
is
use ChatGPT. Yeah.
you're on the
It,
free version
it,
of this, right?
sorry. Yeah. It's not pro. It's not pro.
Got it. Got it. So where does ChatGPT fall short for you, Sapna? Where does it not work?
Again, this is the one which I am telling you.
One.
After
Yes.
September 2021, after the pandemic got over, HR has taken a full-fledged, other spectrum of things in every business. If you attend conferences, if you attend any webinars, the well-being portion, the people culture portion, the OD portion has given a new heights actually in human resource. So after 2021, we don't have any kind of trends for which we need to go to the engines and only. We need to research only. We need to see that how the skills are going right. If I'm telling you that metal, the Mercer metal. So actually, maybe there are a few more such agency have came up after 21. But ChatGPT cannot tell me about it. Maybe they are more cost effective. Maybe they are more advanced. But again, I need to go to search engine to get the comparative detail of Mercer Metal, that what they do, if they are okay, or maybe there is any other platform also which is more suitable to me. So
Got it.
here it is, yes, lacking point where we are
So when
over
so
here.
with Mercel Metal, just using that as an example, you knew that it's not going to give you more recent solutions.
Hmm.
Did you then look up alternatives on the net, or did you go with Mercel Metal and say, you know what, okay,
No, no, I looked up for the uh, the alternatives on engines.
okay,
So
okay,
basically, we came up for a tradefit.com. There was a company, again an Indian company, but there were some reservations. We were getting a demo of both of them, Mercer Metal as well and tradefit.com only. The only difference is that tradefit.com only is taking care of the psychometric more and the pre-assessment less, and Mercer Metal is into pre-assessment more. And my my actually the requirement is pre-assessment, so I go with
understood.
Mercer Metal. Yeah.
Got it. So, would it be fair to say that you get your feedback from, you get some insights from ChatGPT, but if it involves something that's either around trends or solutions, what's out there in the marketplace, you may do a second level of kind of fact checking on
Correct,
the internet.
correct, correct. You need to go to engine, or you need to have your network. I explored my network as well, where I got so many other
Yeah.
alternatives as well, but I found them little costlier. So I have not pursued that. Tradefit.com found me a similar to Mercel Metal. So I continued to explore them. So you can have both ways. Continue to have research in your engine, or you have a good network. Please go to your network, because human resource things is vast in different industries, in diverse industries. So as much as network you will be having, you will get enough knowledge from different HR professional, whether they are seasoned, whether they are HRBP, they are into payroll, they are compensation. You will get enormous kind of knowledge within the network,
Got it.
basically, and in
Yes.
different kind of setups, whether it's NGO, whether it's a profit making, whether it is a MNC.
Got it.
Which
Now, one of the things that you mentioned was you're big into learning. And I'm wondering, does ChatGPT help you with learning about new things, or right now you're using it largely to get work done, right? Which means write me a document, give me a list of, software. Where does learning, what does learning come?
So I would say it is a combo pack for me. So
Okay.
I am getting a virtual assistant, yes, to get my work done easily. But when I'm at time, I need to, as I mentioned, that for research and everything, if I see till 2021, because you cannot learn beyond 2021 actually from ChatGPT. If you have any labor law, any kind of law which you think that yes, which doesn't have any kind of progress after 2021, you can have as much as from ChatGPT, which will be the easiest form. Okay. If I need to learn about labor welfare fund, if I know that there is no progress after 2021, means clerical progress will not be called as a progress, but majorly administrative progress. So if there is no functional administrative progress in particular orders, then you can go ahead with ChatGPT and learn about the different acts like Factory Acts, Mine Acts, or Wages Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment Code of Payment Act. So you can have, as an HR, learn about different kind of acts and ask them, pull some questions. Means if you are reading some act and you just do some question to ChatGPT, they will answer you straightforward. But another engine will give you just a theory, for that particular. They will not answer. They will not have a quick answer. They might have a FAQs in their engine, but they will not answer a quick thing which comes up in your mind. So that way you can learn till 2021. But post to that, yes, you need to go forward with other platforms. And we are waiting for ChatGPT to get updated.
Right? Everyone's waiting for to get updated. I'm going to go ahead and stop your screen share. I just have two more questions. One of them is, what is the learning curve for someone who's in HR who wants to use ChatGPT? In your mind, from the time you started till where you are now with it, it's been, at least a year for you, right? 2022 is when you first learned about it.
More than a year, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is would you recommend it to an HR person? Is there anything they have to learn or keep in mind? What advice would you give them if they want to handle it for the first time?
So highly recommended. It's highly recommended, but the person need to have fundamentally correct. Basically, I will not recommend this to that person who doesn't know the fundamentals of HR. So you can ask, you can deep dive to ChatGPT only once you have some of the knowledge of HR. It's not that if you do not have any knowledge and you are just asking here and there to, they will just keep on, ChatGPT will keep on giving you the answers, right? But having the answer and having the relative answer, okay, and who will take you to some point, okay, will benefit you. So for that, you need to be clear in the fundamental role of HR. So it cannot set up a course for you. It is not an alternative for a course, kind of. No, but yes, it is your assistant where which can help you to go on with your course, with actually whichever academic course you are going through, or maybe you are into a fresher or intermediate learner or intern in any company. It will help you to get your work, whether it is into learning or whether it is into official work. But it's not for to get getting your courses here. Means you cannot be certified by ChatGPT for sure. Okay, so you need to have your fundamental clear first.
Got it. Thank you so much. Is there anything else on the topic of ChatGPT, new technology? digital HR, anything that you want to share with your peers, other people who might be listening to this?
So, if my peers are concerned, so they might already know it because they are also of the same kind of experiences. But yes, the people who are listening to me who don't know means how to run this AI function effectively. So you can integrate this platform as well with your current platforms in your company. So we call it chatbots. So basically, you can integrate to your payroll function, you can integrate to your learning functions, whichever functions you are using right now. You can integrate the ChatGPT, which is a pro version. So you can integrate those functions as well to get all the work done in a linking form. So if you are getting someone rating someone in appraisal cycle, you can have ChatGPT in the as a virtual assistant for your employees as well. Okay, so if you are handling into a grievances matter, so you can have it use the ChatGPT customized form for the grievances handling of your people as well. But yes, other thing which I wanted to highlight is the human touch should not get deformed here. That HR is about managing a long-term capital. Okay, so we need to know that we are for humans. So therefore, we call human resources. So we can use ChatGPT. We cannot be dependable on it. We should use our researches quite well, whether before applying anything which ChatGPT is saying to you. This is a precaution which you need to take. You cannot just fully dependable on ChatGPT. Yes, it is helping you. Take as much as you can from ChatGPT, but have your work means done your homework as well at your side before implementing in your company. And yes, I would like to draw a precaution of data privacy. If it is about employees, you need to know in that with the IT department, if you are integrating some portion of ChatGPT with your internal softwares, so be aware of those precautions like data privacy. You need to take care of your employees' data. You need to take care of the confidentiality matters. And yes, as I have explained, that if grievances comes up, if you just raise the ticket for your employee and you are closing the ticket on the system only, maybe having integrating ChatGPT forms or chatbots. So do not lose the human touch. If you think that yes, there is something which you need to intervene, or you need to call the person for counseling, or maybe you need to intervene in a way that yes, you need to speak to that person, please go ahead. Don't depend on AI for that. You need to go to them and you need to resolve them as much as it's not that only AI will resolve it, then only you will get your, accord or maybe certificate from your company. No, it's not like that. The point is, the result is that you need to take care of your employees. And yes, we are going into an advanced form, and we should match up with the advanced form things to machine learning or VR setup or AR setup. That is as per your company's demand. Okay, use as much as AR, VR, or AI, whichever you want to work on, but never lose the human touch. That is what my suggestion to all my HR peers, juniors. Yeah.
This was fantastic. I mean, a true inspiration, combining technology, retaining the human touch, constantly learning, juggling your life as a mother, a wife, a leading HR professional. I really, really appreciate your time here. And I'm sure people are watching this are thinking about new ways in which they might be able to use ChatGPT just from the examples that we've shared today. And I just want to say thank you. And, I hope you have a good Wednesday.